Hello to you, I am ASMR Weetle, and today I will be using a somewhat mix of soft-spoken and normal voice to do this video, which is getting to know me. I decided I wanted to do a different type of video today, rather than just a typical ASMR video I usually do. So even though this is not an ASMR video, I hope this video can help make you feel calm, relaxed, good, and great in your night and day. And maybe just me talking about, well, myself. I normally don't do that, but I'm going to be making an exception today. And just talking about interests and stuff like that can help you get a better night of sleep and help you relax and feel better. So yeah. So I have no idea if this video will probably not attract many new visitors to my channel, but if there are any new visitors, welcome. I hope you enjoy my content and I appreciate having you here. And to all my subscribers, it's lovely having you here and I hope you're all having a great day and great week. So I'm having a actually a pretty good day today. I walked outside in the sunny day and took a small hike and it was nice. So behind me you can see Norwegian flags and you can see some various items representing my interests. As some of you already know, I am from Norway and the next video is actually going to be a video about Norway, because one of the most common requests I have on my channel is videos about Norway or videos in Norwegian. And this is of course because I'm from Norway and there are probably a lot of foreigners that are curious about Norway, which I get. Norway is a great country and there are many great countries out there in the world, you know, a lot of interesting countries in the world. I could mention many, but yeah, anyway. For example, the US, Great Britain, France, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, you name it. These are just a few among many, many more. And I guess as a Nordic person I should mention Sweden, Denmark and Finland too, actually. And Iceland, of course. So because of that I'm going to be making a video about Norway. And the reason I sometimes make videos in Norwegian is because for a very, very simple reason that Norwegians, while there are a few Norwegian YouTubers, Norwegians doesn't have as many YouTubers to choose from who does Norwegian ASMR videos as, for example, a big country like the US does. You know, in America or the US or the United States, you have like millions of different ASMR artists to choose from small to big. But when it comes to Norway is a small country, but while there of course is many to choose from in Norway too, it's far from the same amount, you know. There are a few big Norwegian ASMR artists and there are a few medium and a few small, but there is of course a lot. There just isn't as much Norwegian ASMR content as there is for bigger countries. So that's probably also why there is so many requests for this, because I am one of the people that I'm from Norway and can do ASMR videos about Norway and Norwegian ASMR videos. But I appreciate the interest, just to be clear. Anyway, so today I will just talk a little about me. I might also do a new Q&A around the time my channel starts to approach 2K subscribers. I consider that when my channel passes 1,700 subscribers, the approach to 2K has begun. So I may do a new question and answers video around then. We'll see. I haven't made any final decision on that yet. Now, doing ASMR has been really fun for me. And I really want to make sort of a life out of ASMR. I don't mean in terms of money or commercial stuff, but rather in terms of what I love having it as, not just as a hobby, but as something I like to do in my days. I enjoy doing it. When I began, I wasn't certain if I was going to just do it for a limited amount of time, but now that I've done it for many months, I'd like to continue doing it for a long, long time. Like many years. Many years I hope to stay here as part of the ASMR community. There's no guarantee, but I hope. But because of that, I have to be honest that with time I might not do daily ASMR videos anymore like I have done now. I mean, my schedule is I film Monday to Thursdays, but I might go with a calmer schedule, because if I'm going to be staying in the ASMR game for many years, I have to sort of calm the schedule a little. You know, so for example, perhaps sort it to every other day, and of course take breaks. Sometimes breaks for a week or breaks for a month or something. Yes, so I will just to be clear, that time will come. It will not come in the immediate future. I don't think it will come now in September, and probably not in October, but around November I might start to experiment with calming the flow of content a little. And this is of course because I have to take a long-term view on this. I do not regret doing ASMR daily this year because it's been fun. But if I want to stay in the game for like several years, if not many years, and make a life out of it, then I have to go with a calmer schedule and take a long-term view on it. And this will also be helpful because when doing ASMR has sacrificed some of the time I like to do and use on other hobbies as well. Now, some of you may know this already, but I am diagnosed with mild autism. I'm going to specify that it's mild autism, and because of this I have some social anxiety, so there isn't that much going on in my life, although I have braved my social anxiety at times. For example, thanks to a very good swimming teacher a few years ago, I learned to swim, and I also took a few courses in school after I was, you see, when I was in, what is college, I guess it would be, in English it would be considered college, I was in a special disabilities class. However, in that class you didn't get characters, so when I was done with school I didn't have any characters, because in a special disabilities class you don't get characters. No. At least not in the one I was in. So, but a few years later I took 2 adult courses, which was college standard, and one was in social science and the other was in history, and I got a great grade in social science and top grade in history, which is probably because history is one of my primary interests. So I feel a little proud of that, and I braved my social anxiety to do that. But because of my social anxiety, I don't have as much going on in my life as some other people do. But I have many hobbies, and I especially love writing and doing ASMR, even though I love doing ASMR and communicating with you guys and just doing this for you guys. It has seen me sacrifice some of the time I love using on writing, creativity, and even gaming. I am getting through my games at a much slower pace now, and I also writing at a slower pace because the ASMR thing takes so much time and energy, and that's also one of the reasons why I realized that while I do not regret doing it like this year, because it has been a fun experience, I cannot continue doing this for years to come if I intend to stay in this game for years. So that's why I have to go with a calmer schedule. when time is ready for it. Also, so I can use more time on writing and creativity and stuff like that again. That's also important for my own mental health. Now, before anyone asks, I am doing very well right now, but so it's not a problem now. But I have perspective not to see that if I went with a very intense schedule for many years, that would not be good for my mental health. So that's why I'm from November or from early 2024 around there, I will probably start a calmer schedule, and in the future I will take breaks as well when I need it. Anyway, now what more can I say about me? Yeah, I just want to say something. Well, I can say this. I'm a very tolerant person, so I accept all people of all colors, races, you know, and also of all sexualities. When it comes to LGBT, I am very positive to LGBT. So if I have any gay, lesbians, transsexuals for that matter, or bisexuals watching my channel, I hope you know what I support LGBT in the way that I am positive to it. And this is not just something I say because I have to say it, I mean it. I am growing up, I have been raised in a very tolerant and accepting family, and in a very tolerant and accepting society. In Norway, while homophobia absolutely exists in Norway it is generally politically accepted to be gay or LGBT. So yeah, so I'm just going to be honest with everyone, but I'm a very tolerant person when it comes to all sorts of things like that, really, whether it be different cultures, countries, races, or LGBT. I'm a very tolerant person, and I wish everyone the best. Truly, I want everyone to find happiness in the way they want. Yeah, be it with a boyfriend or girlfriend. Anyway, so yeah, I just thought I wanted to add that. Also, I just thought for those of you that haven't made it this far into the video, I thought that we could do a fun little guessing game now, and you can post in the comment what you think is the case. I'm going to be giving you 6 different alternatives to this question. What type of political ideology am I? And I'm going to be giving you 6 alternatives. 1, progressive. 2, liberal. 3, centrist or moderate. 4, conservative. 5, completely neutral. Or 6, green. So progressive is of course someone who is like champions of social justice and stuff like that, and who really believe in making society very tolerant, inclusion place, and who really are for really like progressive healthcare policies and stuff like that. Liberal is sort of like progressive, but a little calmer than progressive. Like they are also for advancements, but they are not as extensive as progressives. Moderates or centrists try to sort of make a balance between the 2 extremes in politics, and prefer to take political aspects from both liberals, progressives, and conservatives. Conservatives are people who have very positive to family values, traditions, stuff like that. Sometimes even religious values. And people who are completely neutral to politics are of course they of course do not really care about any political ideology or anything like that at all. They're completely neutral. And greens are people who are friendly to environment and who want to sort of help combat human created climate change, and sort of try to help climate and the environment. but which of these which of these am I? You can guess. I'm not going to answer, but you can guess in the comments which I am. Maybe I'll answer it later. We'll see. But so yeah, so I'm going to be going through the 6 alternatives: progressive, liberal, centrist, moderate, and centrist and moderate is the same thing. Conservative, neutral, or green. Which of them am I? Yeah. If you have any guess, just post it in the comments. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Let's move on to something else. I'm going to move on to my interests. No, but with me I have 2 Norwegian flags. You know probably what ASMR is, a hobby I love. But I also have a Secret Garden CD. And that's because I love music like Secret Garden. I love orchestral music, epic music, and fantasy type of music. I am not really a pop music type of person. There can be a few pieces of pop music I can enjoy at times, but mostly I am a much more a person who likes orchestral, epic, and fantasy type of music. And vocal fantasy type of music I am. And I can also like a lot of Christmas songs. So it has to sort of hit in the depths of my soul in a way. And I often like things like Celtic Woman. I can enjoy music that is based more on the ancient cultures, like the Celtic stuff like that. It just has to be a music with touch a much deeper and I guess you could say older part of humanity and me than modern music. Modern music is, while I respect everyone's music tastes, modern music doesn't work as well for me, to be honest. Anyway, so you also have pens and a writing book. And the reason for this, I love writing. I have written so much. I love creating my own universes, my own words. And in these words I even have fictional elections I sort of follow actually. I don't always know the results in advance. I decide it as I go along, and this creates the universe as I go along, and it's everything from fantasy to science fiction universes. And so I am able to entertain myself. I don't just need to watch or read other people's stories to entertain myself, so I can entertain myself with things I have created myself. And that's really enjoyable. But I also enjoy, of course, things like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Even these days, even though the MCU is struggling a little more these days, I still love it. Still a big fan. And I'm so looking forward to further developments, and especially Loki Season 2. Yeah, like I'm like a small child. I'm really looking forward to it. I also love Once Upon a Time, the fantasy series, crossover fantasy series. And I love Manifest. I really enjoyed Manifest. I watched it early this year. It was actually a very good series, a great series in many ways. Now it's about these passengers on a plane. They embark on a plane journey, and when they came back to when they land, only it turns out they have been gone for 5 years. It's a great mystery series. And I love things like just thinking. And I also like the mini-series Parallels on Disney Plus. It's about parallel universes, and I like multiverse mystery and paranormal mysteries and stuff like that. It only has 1 season so far, and there's not really come any announcements of a season 2. It ended in the way that season 1 could be its permanent ending, but it left the door open for a possible season 2 as well. But it seems it might only get 1 season, but that's okay. It's a mini-series of 6 episodes, but it was enjoyable for what it was. And Ghost Whisperer I enjoy. It's about this woman who talks with ghosts. Also very enjoyable. And what other 2 things do I enjoy? I enjoy Harry Potter. Okay, Harry Potter, of course. I love Harry Potter. I love the Harry Potter universe. It's like one of my favorites. And I love Mass Effect, the Mass Effect gaming series. So that's, yeah, I'm playing Mass Effect 2 these days. Now I'm going through at a slower pace because I'm so busy doing ASMR. So mostly I'm just playing in the weekends when I'm not filming. But I really love doing Mass Effect. It's really fun. Well, I hope that just gave you guys some insight into who I am. And if you have any more questions, I'm sure you can take them in an upcoming question and answers video, which I eventually will do. Probably sometime in September or October. So yeah, and thank you so much for your support. It does mean the world to me. And I hope you just enjoyed this different type of video, which was just about getting to know me. For those of you who may not have watched the previous Q&A video or your assumptions about me video. So yeah, thank you and have a blessed divine day.